Hello everyone, welcome back to Streed's Guide to Fraggle Rock, and today I'm going to be reviewing Season 3, Episode 10, The Beanbarrow, the Burden, and the Bright Bouquet. That's a mouthful. This episode starts out with Doc bursting in, infuriated that some fuddy-duddy's trying to pass a curfew for pets. Sprocket's shocked, of course, and Doc is determined to put a stop to this heinous bill. Meanwhile on the Rock, Red's preparing for the Cross Cave Beanbarrow race finals with Moki, who has some rather unfortunate news.
Which is why I know that you've already sensed and already understand why I'm taking Lanford along with us on the race.
Lanford?
Well, Red, you know how worried I've been about him, and, well, just look at him. Lanford is a yellow-leaved night-blooming deathwort. He's not supposed to have red polka dots all over him. Oh, how can I leave him when he looks like this? Oh.
But Lanford? Oh, don't you think he'll make the Beanbarrow too heavy?
Oh, no, he's quite light.
But Lanford, we don't even like each other. In fact, we hate each other.
After Moki attempts to reassure Red, she notices some chatter in the Great Hall, and Angie tells her that he spotted a nest of clinging creepers near Table Rock Cavern, with Moki expositing that the only manner to be rid of the pestilent plants being the aroma of flowers. Moki also happens to be part of the Clinging Creepers Emergency Flower Defense League, so she runs off to collect posies while Red's stuck with Lanford. Boober and the Bouquet Brigade return, and I've always found this line funny for some reason.
Drop your blossoms!
Anyways, Gobo's egotistical as ever, fully confident in his own abilities to beat Red, so naturally he's on his way to check on the competition. Also, you've gotta love how Gobo complains about Red's incessant boasting while boasting himself. Classic Gobo. We return to the Great Hall, and everyone's preparing their beanbarrows for the race as the world's oldest grows impatient. At the same time, Red and Lanford are having some difficulty standing each other's presence.
Let's go. Moki better be there. Lanford, let's go. Why do I get the feeling this isn't going to work out?
Anyways, we're back in the Great Hall, and the race is about to begin. Red finally arrives, but unfortunately Moki is nowhere in sight, so she's pretty much stuck with Lanford. We're then forced to suffer through Fraggle Rock's worst song, Da Rules. In fact, you know what? I won't even play it. The majority of Fraggle Rock's musical lineup is hit after hit, but this one's just shit. Fraggle Rock and cheesy 80s rap fits together about as cohesively as a mind-rotted teenager, attempting to dissect the nuanced themes of L'Avventura. You just know it's fundamentally impossible. I'm skipping this one. So the race begins, and Moki arrives at the very last second after Red's gone. After Gobo and Wembley speed by, Red and Lanford quickly follow up and make a vital error.
Oh! You're in the navigator seat. You're supposed to warn me about these things. With helpers like you, who needs enemies?
Gobo and Wembley head down the tunnel, and Red makes a wrong turn down the left one. The two rest for first official break time, and to ease the boredom, Wembley suggests they read a postcard from Uncle Matt. Matt finds himself near a train, believing it to be a beast, and helps feed it coal. Nothing special here. Wembley's worried about Red being ahead of them, so the two quickly pick up the pace and haul ass. Meanwhile, Red's using some Gorg butter for the Beanbarrow, as Lanford's desperately trying to convey something important to her.
Look at the map. Okay, I'll look at the map. All right. Table Rock Cavern. Table Rock Cavern? We took a wrong turn. But this is awful. This is where the clinging creep... Listen to this. I've got my floral head fan. Oh no, it's gone. That spring vine you didn't warn me about. How could you? How could you? Help!
We return to the workshop, and Doc is deeply distraught by the fact that he's only garnered 4 signatures for his petition against the pet curfew. So he gathers up his gumption and marches to demand a hearing. Meanwhile on the Rock, Red and Lanford's situation is rather dire, with Lanford attempting to communicate with the Creepers.
Yeah, talk to them! I don't think I want you to translate that.
Lanford then climbs onto the table rock and pulls Red up with him. The two are safe, for now at least. Back in the Great Hall, Moki's riddled with guilt just as Gobo and Wembley finally finish the race, puzzled as to where Red and Lanford have gone. Meanwhile, in Table Rock Cavern, Red apologizes for snapping at Lanford so much, and the two have a much-needed heart-to-heart.
You know, being stuck here makes me realize it must be tough being stuck in a pot in the corner all the time. Well, in the future, if there is a future, I'm gonna take you out for walks. Because for a death wart, you're really, lively and likable.
This is admittedly not one of the greatest episodes, but I've always loved the development given to Red, and especially Lanford in this scene. It's beautiful to see 2 long-standing bitter enemies finally connect and understand one another. It's a poignant scene that serves to moderately elevate a rather middling entry. Red wishes Lanford were a type of flower, since it's the only form of plant life that repels the creepers, to which Lanford reveals that the reason why he's covered in spots is because he's about to blossom. Red's overcome with joy, but Lanford isn't able to bloom yet, and she's left with no other choice but to sacrifice her dignity and sing a lullaby.
That the wind wafts and blows, and the pond ebbs and flows, and the moon comes and goes as it pleases to. The wind and the pond and the moon and me, dreaming our dreams.
The two quickly escape, and coincidentally the entire gang is here to marvel at Lanford's beautiful new look, while Red thanks him for saving their lives. And if that wasn't wholesome enough, we're gifted with a scene that makes my heart sing every time.
They're together and always will be. They walk on through the fog, that man and his dog. They're together and always will be. Whoopee! We did it, we did it. And you were magnificent, Sprocket. Why, when that man burst out of the crowd and tried to throw a gallon of yellow paint on the statue of the town's first mayor, though, where you leapt on him and knocked them to the ground. Well, they had to see how useful a pet could be, and they had to throw out that stupid curfew. Oops, I almost forgot. Well, congratulations anyway.
This was an entertaining but relatively middle-of-the-road episode. Not to say it's an episode I dislike by any means. In fact, I think I like it a lot more than I should, considering how pointless it is and how much potential it squanders. It's one of those lesser episodes that, despite everything, I still have deep and immense love for. One of the biggest flaws with this episode is that it's ostensibly a retread of Maroon, one of my very favorite episodes. Now, there's good retreads sometimes, and then there's retreads like the many Matt's Old Friend episodes of Gunsmoke that define mediocrity. The plot's samey, but it's executed in a very compelling way, even if it does take a while to get going. In fact, Red and Lanford don't even arrive at Table Rock Cavern until halfway through the episode. I definitely feel a few things could have been trimmed down. That heinous rap, for one thing. I feel some of the Red and Lanford back and forths at the beginning could have been cut too. The latter part of the episode, focusing on Red and Lanford's burgeoning friendship, is by far the most engaging sequence. You get to know Lanford a lot more, and he's really the hero of this episode. Like I mentioned, it's beautiful to see 2 former adversaries join forces and birth a brand new friendship, which brings me to my next point, the vast waste of potential. All the character development present here here is completely forgotten about in future episodes, and it's a damn shame. In fact, Lanford doesn't even show up again until season 4 in A Brush with Jealousy, and in that episode it's clearly established that the two are enemies again. I know this is a predominantly episodic show, but it still boils my guts that despite everything that happened in this episode, it was all ultimately pointless in the long run. I'm serious, you could remove this episode from canon entirely and it wouldn't change anything. Lanford doesn't even maintain his flowery design. As for the Doc subplot, I have no complaints, honestly. This is Doc at his best, vehemently refusing to allow an idiotic and repressive Bill to chain him and his best friend. Anyways, I just know that somewhere, buried beneath all the mediocrity and wasted potential, hides a truly great episode. Maybe not as perfect as the harrowing, realistic, and evocative Marooned, but an adventurous, thrilling, and fun episode in its own right. I'm gonna give this one a fine for what it was, mushroom. Well guys, that was the review, and I will see you all in a review of Season 3's best episode.